Hey coin collectors and history lovers, welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. Today, we're diving into a quick but fascinating look at 4 unique coins from around the world. We've got 2 classic 5 pesetas from Spain, each with its own story to tell, plus a vintage coin from Belgium and a rare find from the Philippines. These coins span different eras and cultures, and whether you're into numismatics or just curious about world history through currency, you're going to enjoy this. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore the design, history, and hidden details of these 4 fascinating pieces. The 1957 5 pesetas coin from Spain, specifically those without a visible mint mark. We'll explore its origins, the political and historical background surrounding its issue, what makes it rare or valuable, and most importantly, how much it's worth in today's coin market in the year 2025. So grab your magnifying glass, get comfortable, and let's explore the captivating story behind the 1957 no mint mark Spain 5 pesetas coin. To understand the value of this coin, we first need to step back into the mid-20th century. The year 1957 places us right in the heart of General Francisco Franco's dictatorship in Spain. During this period, Spain was still recovering from the devastation of the Spanish Civil War and the effects of World War II. Though Spain remained officially neutral during World War II, Franco's authoritarian regime maintained strict control over the country's political, economic, and even artistic output, including its currency. In this context, the 5 pesetas coin issued in 1957 is not just a piece of metal, it's a historical artifact. It represents a significant era of Spanish political and cultural identity. The obverse of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Francisco Franco with the inscription Francisco Franco Caudillo de España por la G. de Dios, which translates to Francisco Franco, leader of Spain by the grace of God. The reverse side displays the Spanish coat of arms, which during this time included the eagle of St. John and other heraldic symbols from the Francoist regime. The date, 1957, seen on the obverse refers to the official authorization year of the coin's design, not necessarily the year it was minted. This is a crucial detail for collectors and one that often causes confusion. Now let's talk about the mint mark, or more precisely, the lack of one. Most Spanish coins minted after 1946 bear a small star on the coin, typically found near the date. Inside that star, you'll often find a 2-digit number, which indicates the actual year of minting, since the large visible date like 1957 refers to the coin series authorization year. For example, a 1957 5 pesetas coin may have a small star with 58, 59, 60, or another date indicating when it was actually struck. These 2-digit numbers help collectors identify exact variants and determine mintage quantities. So, what does it mean when a 1957 5 pesetas coin has no mint mark or no visible date within the star? Such coins are uncommon and often stir interest in the numismatic community. In many cases, coins that appear to have no mint mark at all were either struck from worn dies or are the result of minting errors, both of which can increase their value. Alternatively, the star itself may have faded due to circulation, cleaning, or environmental wear. However, truly uncirculated 1957 5 pesetas coins with no visible mint mark are far more intriguing and potentially rare. When it comes to determining a coin's rarity, there are 3 key factors: mintage numbers, survival rates, and collector demand. The 1957 5 pesetas coin was produced in large quantities at the Royal Mint of Spain in Madrid. However, the no mint mark variety, especially those with a blank or undated star, is significantly less common. Coins with no mint mark or with indistinct markings are considered transitional errors or striking anomalies, and collectors who specialize in error coins often place a premium on these examples. Additionally, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS 65 and above, are extremely hard to find, which adds to their desirability. Even circulated examples without a mint mark attract attention due to the mystery and anomaly factor. However, it's crucial for collectors and investors to authenticate such coins to ensure they aren't simply heavily worn versions of more common variants. So how much is a 1957 no mint mark Spain 5 pesetas coin worth in 2025? The answer depends largely on the condition and specific features of the coin. Let's break it down. Circulated coins with no mint mark or faded stars typically fetch between 10 to 30 US dollars, depending on wear and clarity of design elements. Uncirculated examples or those that have been certified by a third-party grading service like NGC or PCGS can be valued much higher. Coins graded MS63 to MS65 are currently valued between 50 and 150 US dollars, and possibly more if sold at a specialized auction. A genuine mint error or die anomaly coin from this year with no star and no mint mark in uncirculated condition could command $300 or more, particularly if it comes with authentication and a compelling provenance. If the coin is part of a historical set or comes with its original mint packaging, the value can increase by 20 to 30%. Keep in mind that these figures reflect the current collector market as of mid-2025, and values can fluctuate depending on metal prices, demand trends, and new discoveries in the field of Spanish numismatics. If you believe you have a 1957 5 pesetas coin without a mint mark, here are some tips. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely inspect the star area near the date. Even a faint number could impact its classification and value. Avoid cleaning the coin. Cleaning can significantly reduce its value, especially for serious collectors. Consider professional grading. Submitting your coin to a grading service can authenticate it and potentially increase its market value. Check auction records. Look at recent sales on platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Numisbids to see what similar coins have sold for. Consult with a numismatic expert or reputable coin dealer for a formal appraisal, especially if you suspect it might be an error coin. The 1957 no mint mark Spain 5 pesetas coin is more than just currency. It is a piece of post-war European history, a political artifact, and in some cases, a collectible of significant value, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious collector who stumbled upon this coin in an old drawer. Understanding its story and rarity can make all the difference when it comes to appreciation and appraisal. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. We're uncovering the story behind one of the most intriguing modern coins from Spain, the mysterious 1975 no mint mark 5 pesetas coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is a coin worth knowing about, and possibly even hunting down. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive into the history, mystery, and 2025 market value of this elusive Spanish coin. To fully understand the significance of the 1975 5 pesetas coin with no mint mark, we need to go back to the mid-1970s. Spain in 1975 was in a period of transition. The country was nearing the end of General Francisco Franco's regime, and the monarchy was being restored under King Juan Carlos I. These were turbulent yet pivotal years, and as with many countries, the state of politics often finds its way onto coinage, either symbolically or through small design elements. The 5 pesetas coin from 1975 was part of the Franco-era coinage system, which featured a bust of Francisco Franco on the obverse, with inscriptions reading, Francisco Franco Caudillo de España por la G. de Dios, meaning, Francisco Franco, leader of Spain by the grace of God. The reverse of the coin showed the Spanish coat of arms and the denomination. However, here's where things get interesting. Although many of these coins bear the date 1975, very few were actually minted in that exact year. Most were restruck in later years, and this is indicated by a small 2-digit number placed inside a star on the reverse side of the coin. This minting year inside the star is what collectors rely on to determine the actual production year. The real production year of a Spanish coin is often hidden in plain sight, literally inside the star on the coin's reverse. While the main date shows 1975, coins might have been minted in 1976, 1977, or even 1980. Most coins from this era contain a small mint mark or number within this star, which indicates the actual year of production, but in extremely rare cases, a 1975 dated 5 pesetas coin has been found with no visible star number and no mint mark at all. This anomaly is not just a curiosity, it is a genuine numismatic rarity. This missing detail transforms what appears to be an ordinary coin into a collectible with significant scarcity and value. Now, here's where the numismatic world gets excited. The 1975 no mint mark or no star 5 pesetas coin is exceedingly rare. So rare, in fact, that only a limited number have ever been authenticated by major grading services. Some examples may have had the mint mark worn off or obscured due to circulation, but the true no-mint mark specimens are struck without any star number from the start, making them an unintentional mint error or variety. The rarity of this coin stems from two main factors. First, the standard for Spanish coins at the time included the secret minting date in the star, so finding a coin missing this key feature is highly unusual. Second, due to the coin's widespread circulation, many examples have been worn down, making verification difficult. Authentic no-mint mark coins in high-grade condition are almost unheard of. This is precisely why numismatists and investors alike prize them so highly. Now let's talk numbers. What is the 1975 no-mint mark Spain 5 pesetas coin worth in 2025? As of this year, interest in Spanish numismatics is on the rise. Fueled by online auctions, coin grading, and the growing collector base across Europe and Latin America, prices for rare Spanish coins have seen significant appreciation. Verified no-mint mark 5 pesetas coins dated 1975 have sold at auction for as little as $300 in lower grades and as high as $2,500 to $4,000 in uncirculated or mint state condition. Coins graded by professional services like NGC or PCGS with clear no-mint mark designation and MS60 or higher can fetch premiums well beyond that, especially when accompanied by provenance or appearing in high-profile auctions. In 2025, demand remains strong. Coin collectors and investors look for scarcity, condition, and historical relevance, and this coin checks all three boxes. Auction records from earlier this year show MS63 examples reaching over $3,000, and private sales reportedly exceeding $4,000 for pristine examples. However, be cautious. There are many coins with worn or partially visible mint marks being falsely marketed as no-mint mark versions. Authentication is critical. Always verify the coin with a reputable dealer or grading service. If you're lucky enough to own a 1975 5 pesetas coin with no visible mint mark or star number, it's time to take a closer look. Use a magnifier, inspect the area where the star should be, and if it's truly blank, consider getting the coin professionally graded and authenticated. For collectors seeking to acquire this rarity, be prepared to pay a premium. Watch for reputable auctions, certified coins, and verified sellers. Avoid listings that use vague photos or unverified claims. Due diligence is key. Remember, numismatics is as much about history as it is about value. The 1975 no-mint mark 5 pesetas coin tells a story of Spain's transition, a rare minting error, and a collector's treasure, all in the palm of your hand. Do you own a 1975 5 pesetas coin? Have you ever come across a no-mint mark version? Let us know in the comments below. If you're passionate about rare and valuable coins from around the world, especially Southeast Asia, you've landed in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a particularly intriguing piece from the Philippines, the 1984 no-mint mark 50 centimo coin. This coin might look ordinary to the untrained eye, but it holds a fascinating story of history, economic transition, and potential value that has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. So whether you're trying to assess your coin's worth or just love numismatic history, make sure to watch until the end. To understand the value and significance of the 1984 50 centimo coin, we first need to place it in its historical context. The coin was minted in the Republic of the Philippines during the administration of President Ferdinand E. Marcos, a time marked by political unrest, economic uncertainty, and eventual transition. The year 1984 was particularly volatile. The country was experiencing rapid inflation, and public trust in the economy was deteriorating. Amid these conditions, the Central Bank of the Philippines continued its standard practice of issuing coins for daily transactions. The 50 centimo coin, part of the Flora and Fauna series, was introduced to encourage environmental awareness and national pride. This series was issued starting in 1983 and ran through the mid-1990s. The 1984 version features a design honoring one of the native plants of the Philippines, cacharay, a flowering tree known for its edible blossoms and medicinal uses. Now, let's break down the physical characteristics of the coin itself. The 1984 50 centimo coin is made of brass, which gives it a distinct golden color. It weighs approximately 4 grams, has a diameter of about 22 millimeters, and features a reeded edge. On the obverse, you'll find the image of Marcelo H. del Pilar, a prominent Filipino writer and propagandist during the Spanish colonial period, along with the inscription, Republica ng Pilipinas. The reverse side showcases the Cachare flower, the denomination, 50 centimo, and the year, 1984. Notably, there is no mint mark on this coin, a detail that has sparked much curiosity and debate among collectors, which we will explore shortly. Point 1 of the most compelling aspects of this coin is its lack of a mint mark. Typically, Philippine coins struck during this era were minted by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, or in some cases outsourced to other mints like the Franklin Mint in the United States or facilities in Japan and Korea. While not all coins of this period carried a mint mark, the absence of one on the 1984 50 centimo has led to several theories. Some numismatists speculate that this coin may have been part of a limited run or struck under unusual economic or logistical circumstances. Others believe that the no mint mark variety could point to a particular minting error, making it a variety of interest. While definitive mintage records are scarce, and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has never officially classified this coin as a rarity, its absence from some standard collections and its limited presence in high-grade condition suggest it is not common. Especially in uncirculated or mint condition, the value of any coin is determined by three main factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Let's evaluate this 1984 coin under those metrics. Rarity-wise, circulated examples of this coin are moderately available, especially within the Philippines. However, high-grade specimens, particularly those in MS60 or higher, are very difficult to find. Proof-like or uncirculated versions with sharp details and no damage are increasingly sought after. The coin has developed a following among regional collectors and those who specialize in Southeast Asian currencies. It's also favored by collectors looking to complete the Flora and Fauna series. The combination of its no mint mark anomaly, mid-1980s political context, and attractive brass composition makes it a standout in many collections. Now let's talk numbers, the part many of you have been waiting for. As of 2025, the 1984 no mint mark Philippines 50 centimo coin holds varying values depending on its grade and market presentation. Here's a general breakdown. Circulated coins with wear and tear typically sell for 5 to 15 Philippine pesos, or about 10 to 30 US cents. Lightly circulated examples in better shape can fetch between 50 to 100 pesos, or around 1 to 2 US dollars. Uncirculated coins in mint state, MS60 to MS63, are significantly more valuable. These can range from 250 to 600 pesos, or roughly 5 to 12 US dollars, depending on the sharpness of the strike and luster. MS64 to MS66 specimens can go for 1,000 pesos or more, which is approximately 20 US dollars and up, especially if sold in international numismatic auctions or platforms like eBay. If slabbed and graded by major services like NGC or PCGS, and if deemed to be a true high-grade gem or rare strike, values can exceed 2,000 pesos, or around 35 to 40 US dollars, depending on demand. At the time of sale. So, is the 1984 no mint mark 50 centimo coin a good investment? For serious collectors and regional specialists, the answer is a measured yes. While it's unlikely to skyrocket in value overnight, high-grade examples are becoming increasingly hard to find, particularly outside the Philippines. If you come across an uncirculated piece or happen to have one tucked away in a collection, it's certainly worth evaluating and potentially grading. Furthermore, coins from the Flora and Fauna series are gradually gaining attention due to their historical and environmental themes, making them attractive to thematic collectors as well. The 1984 no mint mark Philippines 50 centimo coin is more than just loose change. It's a compact piece of the nation's turbulent history, a tribute to national heroes and native flora, and possibly a small treasure hiding in your old coin jar. If you're holding onto one of these coins, take a closer look. You might just have a miniature piece of Filipino heritage, and a coin worth much more than face value. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that has intrigued collectors across Europe and beyond, the 1975 Belgium 5 francs coin with no mint mark. On the surface, it may seem like just another mid-20th century European coin, but under the magnifying glass, this particular year and variant holds more than meets the eye. We'll explore its origin, design, production, historical context, its curious lack of a mint mark, and most importantly, its current market value in 2025. If you're holding one of these coins, stay tuned, it might just be worth more than you think. The year is 1975. Belgium, like much of Europe, is adjusting to a post-industrial world amid economic challenges and currency reforms. The Belgian franc, or franc Belge, was the national currency of Belgium from 1832 until its replacement by the euro in 2002. The 5 francs coin had become a staple in the hands of Belgian citizens, used in everyday purchases, vending machines, transportation, and small savings. However, the 1970s were a pivotal period in European coinage. Rising metal prices and the increasing cost of minting forced governments to reconsider the materials and mintage policies of circulating coins. The 1975 5 francs coin emerged during this transitional time. It was produced under the reign of King Baudouin I, a beloved monarch whose effigy appears on many Belgian coins from the 1950s through the 1990s. The 1975 Belgium 5 francs coin is a nickel coin with a diameter of 25.65 mm and a weight of approximately 6 grams. Its edge is reeded, and its color appears silver-gray due to the nickel composition. On the obverse, the coin features the portrait of King Baudouin facing right. Below his neck, you will often see the initials of the engraver, Luc Luix, though this can vary slightly. Surrounding the portrait is a minimalist design, with no denomination or legend, a hallmark of modernist influence in coin design during that era. On the reverse, the denomination 5F is boldly struck, with the word Belgique or Belgique appearing vertically depending on the side of the coin shown, a reflection of Belgium's bilingual nature. Below the denomination is the year, in this case, 1975, and in most years, the coin would include a mint mark, indicating the location or overseeing body of the coin's production. But here lies the mystery: in 1975, some 5 francs coins were struck without any mint mark. Ordinarily, Belgian coins from this era feature small mint marks, either a wing for the Royal Belgian Mint or a balance scale, depending on the period and coin type. The 1975 5 francs, however, exists in a subset of coins without any such mark. These mint-markless versions are not error coins per se, but rather, the result of a specific minting variation or omission. There are several theories surrounding the no mint mark variant. One theory suggests it was a result of temporary minting at a satellite facility where the dies lacked proper engraving. Another possibility is that the mint intentionally omitted the mark during a brief redesign phase or due to a production oversight. Whatever the case, the no mint mark version is not common in circulated coins and is considered a collectible anomaly by seasoned numismatists. Estimates suggest that while millions of 5 francs coins were minted in 1975, the no mint mark variant accounts for a small fraction of the total mintage. Since Belgium does not provide detailed breakdowns for each variant, the exact number remains unclear, but numismatic studies and auction records point to a figure of less than 1% of total 1975 circulation coins. In numismatics, rarity alone doesn't drive value, it's the combination of rarity, historical intrigue, and collector demand that determines true market worth. And in this case, the no mint mark 1975 5 francs coin ticks all 3 boxes. Collectors specializing in European coins, coins of King Baudouin, or mint error variants frequently seek this piece to complete their sets. As of 2025, the standard 1975 Belgian 5 francs coin with a mint mark, in circulated condition, holds very little premium, usually between 50 cents and €1, primarily for bulk collectors or resale as vintage currency. However, the no mint mark variant, even in circulated condition, can fetch between 8 and €20, depending on condition and visibility of the detail. In higher grades, extremely fine or almost uncirculated, prices rise significantly, reaching 30 to €50. In uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, the coin has fetched up to €75 or more in European auction sites, especially when graded and slabbed by recognized services like PCGS or NGC. If a coin has provenance, such as being part of a known hoard or estate collection, it may attract even higher bids. Key market insight for 2025, with inflation driving up the price of precious and semi-precious metals, and increasing global interest in 20th-century European coins, the value of rare variants like the 1975 no-mint mark Belgian 5 francs coin is expected to continue rising over the next 5 to 10 years. If you believe you own one of these coins, here's what to do. First, inspect the reverse side beneath the date. Look for any small mint mark symbols, typically a wing or a balance scale. If none are present, and the date is clearly 1975, you likely have the no-mint mark variant. Second, evaluate the condition. Coins that are scratched, heavily worn, or tarnished will still be collectible, but expect lower returns. Coins with sharp detail, visible luster, and no damage should be appraised professionally or submitted for grading. Finally, if you're looking to sell, consider listing it on trusted platforms such as Delcamp, MAShops, or eBay Europe, and include high-resolution images, clear descriptions, and preferably certification or authentication details. Many collectors browse these platforms for precisely these types of coins. So, is the 1975 no-mint mark Belgian 5 francs coin worth a fortune? Not quite, but it is a rare, sought-after piece of numismatic history. For collectors, it represents a unique moment in Belgian coinage. For investors, it holds long-term value potential. And for the lucky few who find it in their old drawers or inherited collections, it's a small, round piece of silver-gray history that just might be worth far more than its face value. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another story from the world of coins, currency, and history. Thanks for watching, and until next time, may your pockets be full of rare treasures.